Alright guys, new video for you guys, and it's about a lot of young kids I see in the gym, and even got approached during on social networks about starting to use steroids, and my advice. Honestly, I don't have like actual advice to tell you because I never use steroids, so I don't know what it feels like to use them, and I don't know what kind of results you'll get on them because I never used them. But from research I did, and from people I hear that did them, always for some reason they regret doing it because what kind of effects it has on you. Once you start doing steroids, guys, it's not like something you could do it and do it for like a year, a couple cycles, and then get off it and be perfectly fine. Because once you do it, you do damage to your body. Um, Pretty much say goodbye to your balls being regular because uh, your body produces natural testosterone, as we know, at age like 20s, 30s. It produces natural testosterone. If you at the age of 20 and you putting the shit in your body, and when it doesn't need it, um, when you get off of it, it will stop producing by itself, and then you're pretty much forced to use it through the rest of your life. And not only do you boost, like you get bigger while you on testosterone, everything gets bigger. So for example, if you have cancer or some kind of disease, everything increases, guys. So really be careful with what decisions you make when it comes to testosterone. And if you're a young kid, stay natural, just do what you can with what you have and be smart about it. And it's not worth it in the long term because you might get those quick results that you want really bad, get bigger, get shredded really fast. But long-term goals, long-term, everybody knows that you're doing steroids. Everybody looks at you differently. Honestly, I'll be one of them. If I see a guy that's big juice head and he's ripped, he looks awesome, my level of respect gets a little bit lower for him because I know that you know those results was with special help, the drug, so the level of respect is a little bit lower. If I see a natural guy like Greg Plitt, all those guys that I see, and you see him ripped, I'm like, okay, wow, that he's got something going on because he did it natural. He worked his ass off to get to that point. So the level of respect is different to a guy that's on steroids and that's not. So um, today I'm gonna give you a couple tips and kind of on how to increase your testosterone levels naturally without using any drugs. You will increase your testosterone levels by just following simple little tips. They add up. Just follow them, every single one of them, as best as you can, and eventually, overall, you will increase your testosterone levels because you might not be doing them right now. So first of all, tip number one, eliminate excess body fat. If you're at like 20-25% of body fat, you're real fat, and those fat cells, you will store a lot of estrogen. The more estrogen you have, the less testosterone you have. So by lowering your fat, you lower your estrogen cells storage, so that way you can increase your testosterone. Because like I said, the more estrogen levels you have, the less testosterone you might have. So that's tip number one. Tip number two, stress the muscles. Do compound movements. 4 to 6 reps of squats, deadlifts, bench press, and slow time under tension. That way you stress the muscle so much that forces to grow. Your testosterone forces to raise up in order to support the body, and that way the levels raise up. So that's number two. Tip number two: stress the body. Do compound movements like squats, deadlifts, bench press, all those things, cleans. I pretty much do power movements once in a while. Shuck things, change things up. When you start your workout, for example, I do back day. Start with heavy ass deadlifts. Raise the testosterone up. Then do higher reps towards the end. Okay. Tip number three: no crash diet, guys. Don't if you think about another thing, I was thinking, somebody said that he was to use steroids, and I said, do you know how much calories you take and carbs and protein? And he said no. Then I'm like, you probably should not be doing steroids, because if you don't know your macros, how much you're taking in your body, then what the hell is the point of you taking steroids? If your diet is not right, then the steroids will not do shit for you. So first, figure out no crash diet, guys. Don't go with 3,000 calories one day, next day you're not eating at all, 1,000 calories, because that your body, it will go into starvation mode and will force you to store estrogen, guys, for later use. So I suggest not to do that. So that's number three. Tip number three. Tip number four, like I said before, shock the body. Change up your workouts. Come in one day and just do all power workouts. So like deadlifts, squats, cleans, things like that. Just to change it up. 4 to 6 reps. Take longer breaks, just work on the power, guys, to get stronger. The more stronger you get, the more weight you'll be able to lift when it comes to building your body. So, and testosterone raises. So that's tip number 4. Tip number 5, the most underused one, and that's rest, sleep, and recovery. My rule is 48 hours of rest between working each body part. So for example, I train one body part a day, and that means I'll get 48 hours before I train it again. Alright, give enough rest, guys. If you don't give enough rest, the body doesn't heal. You force it to work it again. That way, cortisol levels spike up, and you start storing estrogen, guys. So that's tip number 4. And also, sleep, guys. Get 6 to 8 hours of sleep, and deep sleep. I'm talking about, don't like 6 8 hours, 3 hours here, 2 hours there, 2 hours there. I'm talking about go to sleep and fall asleep. Try to fall asleep as best you get. Turn off all your electronics, so it doesn't bother you, so you don't have to wake up. Sleep for 8 hours straight. Wake up with a boner, and then go work out. All right, guys. Also, tip number 6: eat right kinds of food, guys. This is why I'm on a high-fat diet. I like taking in higher fats. For example, like nuts, coconut oil, avocados, healthy fats. They will not get you fat as long as you meet your caloric limit at the end of the day. But those higher fats will increase your testosterone, guys. So like nuts, oils, put it down. High fat fish, beef, eating. Also with those fats, don't add carbohydrates. Add like good carbs from vegetables, like broccoli, which lowers your estrogen. Like spinach, all those green foods, guys, that they ate like 100 years, 1,000 years ago, that not produced by man-made, like white bread and stuff like that. So avoid those. Replace them with vegetables and higher fats and meat. Tip number 7: avoid stress levels, guys. Stop overthinking shit. Just go with it. If you have big goals in life, eventually they'll come. Just work hard at it, but don't stress about it. Don't wake up every day it's like, oh shit, another day. Take a minute. When you wake up, take a minute and be grateful for everything you have. It's like sometimes when I'm home and I wake up, I'm like, oh shit, I have things to do. The first thing I do is like, okay, I do have a lot of things to do, but the first thing I do is just lay in bed and just think about how grateful I am for the things I have, because other people don't have it. So be happy with what you have. Don't stress about tomorrow, because tomorrow will just take the happiness out of today. That's the quote that I seen a couple days ago, so I thought I'd throw it in there. Alright, tip number 8: get freaking excited when you go to the gym. Don't go to the gym just to I'm gonna go there, work out. No, go there excited. Get some music pumped up in there. The studies show that people that like watch football, watch during football, the testosterone levels is like up 40% just because of the excitement of the football game. Their team is winning or the team is down like 3 points and they're about to score. The excitement levels are higher when you're excited. So get excited, guys. Go to the gym. Put some music you like. I don't care what motivates you. just go there. You know, create small goals in order to motivate you to go there and get excited to work out, get excited over progress. All right, guys. So that's tip number 8. Get excited. All right, guys. Tip number 9. I know it's the holidays right now, so Thanksgiving already over, but we've got Christmas coming up, New Year's, but you gotta lower your alcohol intake, guys. As we know, alcohol is like #1 drug that people use, so pretty much. So I hate to say it, but it's not good for you when it comes to your testosterone levels. So what it does is stops breaking down fat for you guys. So when you're drinking alcohol, you will pretty much guaranteed to have bigger body fat than the person that doesn't drinks and does the same activity than you. Okay, guys. So starts breaking up carbs. So it stores all that for later and turns into fat. It has it's because for your body to digest the fuel, the alcohol fuel is much easier than it is to digest like carbs and fats. So the first thing it will do is go to the alcohol and digest that, and then forget about the fats, and be harder for you to digest them later. So it will increase your body fat. That's why you see a lot of those guys with beer gut. It's not because of the calories, it's because of the fat stored right in there. Yes, so avoid alcohol levels. Doesn't mean you should not drink at all. You know, if you like to drink, with your family once in a while, go for it. But don't get hammered every single weekend and expect to have same results as the person that doesn't drink. Because it's not gonna happen, guys. Also, when you go out and you drink, and you stay up till 3 o'clock, usually, you gotta get up at 7 sometimes. It does not help when it comes to your other tip, which is getting enough sleep and rest. And when you do sleep, pretty much, it's not good sleep when you drink alcohol. That's why you wake up with hangover, can't work out as much. So alcohol, try to cut it off. Not completely, because wherever, have fun, but try to limit the alcohol, guys. So that's your nine tips that I give you guys. Hopefully it helped. Hopefully you understood me. And go over it one more time with you guys, just one by one. So tip number 1, eliminate excess body fat. So work out, have a diet, eliminate the excess body fat. Okay. Tip number 2, stress the muscles. Tip number 3, no crash diet. Tip number 4, shock the system. Tip number 5, rest, sleep, recovery, guys. Tip number 6, eat the right kinds of foods. High fats, low carbs, a lot of vegetables. Tip number 7, avoid stress levels. And then tip number 8, get effing excited to work out. Alright. And tip number 9, avoid alcohol. Alright, guys, so hopefully it helped. That's my tips, and if you like it, if this helped, click the like button. If you don't watch it. Peace out.